Good evening. Tonight we're driving the Alfa Romeo GTA at Monza 1966 road course in the Vintage Tribute special event in Assetto Corsa. We start off in 8th place and quickly move up into 6th. Now we're in 5th. Mr. Green Wobbler, we pass you too, number 4. We have a little contact with 3rd place, take 2nd, and now we're in 1st. Why we have so much more speed than these guys is a mystery to me, but I'm not complaining. Yes, I did drive with the driveline on. I'm not that familiar with the 1966 Monza course, or the Monza road course I should say, and this car is from about 1970 I believe, 68, 70. In the left side of the screen you can see two views of the car I'm driving. I had wanted to drive or show another view from outside the car of me racing as well, but the replay footage did not take. It's a 12-ish minute race, and I think I got like 2-minute replay. I was like, what in the world is going on here? So something was amiss with the replay, and unfortunately it happens a fair amount of times in Assetto Corsa. Other than that, it's a wonderful sim. I really enjoy it. Didn't bother to put the Mad Mohawk Racing logo in here, for the simple fact that it's a special event in Assetto Corsa, so it's just me and a bunch of randoms. I believe it's all AI drivers, in fact. And we're still in 1st, but some of them are crawling up on us. Unfortunately, we had that little bump at the beginning with the pole position driver, I believe it was, or maybe it was the 3rd position driver on the grid, which was unfortunate. Hopefully we didn't send them careening out of control, but we're already in the 2nd lap here at the 1966 Monza road course. Once again, we're driving Alfa Romeo GTAs. My new fastest lap is 2 minutes and 28 seconds. I have a little bit of a trouble on this turn here. I seem to try and take it a little too hot and often go out of control, so bear with me please. Mad Mohawk Gaming Channel is where we're at. This is a fun little car, although I think... Oh, bounce off the wall. Sorry, not good. Fortunately, damage is turned off in this special event. We took 1st tier, whatever that means, in this special event. But, yeah. Again, I recorded this as I was driving, thankfully, because the replay, I only got about 20% of it, or 17% of it, like 2 minutes out of the 12 minutes, and that was most vexing, because I like this cockpit view isn't the most exciting. Oh boy, this guy's pushing up on me. This cockpit view is not the most exciting. I'd much rather see the TV1 or TV3 camera. I lock up the brakes a few times too often here in this race, which is surprising, but then again, I kind of get into a rut, and I keep racing at the Brands Hatch Indy circuit, or the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. I think each lap on here in the Monza road course is actually 2 times around. Okay, and we're in the 3rd lap now. Still in the lead. There are various times that we slow down to make turns at a leisurely pace, and it almost costs us. Pardon me if my voice is a little wacky. I think I've been getting a cold here in New York. It's like almost 60 degrees today, and tomorrow it's going to be like 23. So March is nuts. So anyway, what do you think about this Alfa Romeo GTA? It's a nice looking car, isn't it? And they're pretty quick for their time. And I definitely enjoy driving it, though I think I enjoy the Alfa Romeo 155 more. And we're coming around this turn here. I slow way down. And I can see my fellow racers in my rearview mirror. For a while I had a fairly substantial lead, but on some of these turns I take them a little too slow, and I lock up the brakes a little bit too often. I guess if I run this circuit a few more times I'll get more used to it. I'm not used to the turns and where they are, again because I'm a Brands Hatch fan. I like the Imola circuit also, but hopefully I'm not massacring that name. The one I'm speaking of is IMOLA. Imola? Imola? I don't know. And we're coming around this corner, and we really slowed down a lot. But then once we get out of this corner at the apex, we really open it up, and we open the lead right back up and leave them in the dust. You can see them fading back in my rearview mirror. I probably should move my HUD settings around in this race, or in this car, because in its custom configuration that it's in now, it's hard to see in the rearview mirror. I may have to put the position data and the lap data down in the center by the wheel, maybe. I don't know, I'll have to fiddle around with it. Have you tried this special event in Assetto Corsa? How did you do? I found it relatively easy, this race. Like I said, I started in 8th place on the grid at the beginning of the race, and I quickly blasted to the front of the pack. Had a little contact at the beginning, but didn't seem to send that poor driver out of control, and I certainly didn't go out of control. I just feathered the gas a little bit, and see, look, they're right back on my tail again. Feathered the gas a bit after I bumped them, and I believe we both kept control. I don't think I caused a major collision. Had I been able to watch the entire replay, I probably would have been able to see better from the TV cameras, or possibly this chase, not the chase camera, the static camera that you can watch the replays with. I really hope I can figure out why the replays work sometimes, and then other times I only get a portion of the replay. Really enjoy Assetto Corsa. I like Project Cars as well. Project Cars has its own issues. It has a lot of jerky movements in the replays, which is also very unfortunate. When I'm doing the race, I don't notice these little glitches, but when you watch the replay, you see a lot of jerkiness here and there, especially when you have a lot of cars in the race and you're all clumped together. But don't get that here in Assetto Corsa too often, if at all. I don't actually recall ever seeing that. But I do have the issue with the Assetto Corsa where the replays often it doesn't start at the beginning of the race, or it just like only gives me a small portion of the replay, which is most vexing. I'm running this with the Thrustmaster T300 RS. Ooh, I'm gonna bump on the guardrail again. That's bleeding away a lot of speed from me. In this corner, I tend to baby myself through it. Again, because I don't have the confidence, because I'm not used to this track. There's so many tracks in here, and I honestly, I tend to race at Brands Hatch so often. I really need to do other tracks. I'm probably going to do some more of these special events to get some variants. Although a lot of the special events races are hot laps, which I really don't have an interest in doing hot laps. It's like, yeah, whatever. What do you think about that? I think we're getting close to the end of this race. Let's not go into the sand trap here. There's another corner I baby myself around. I just like take it real easy, and then I open it up and make my opponents look like they're standing still. And see, they're fading into the distance. So, we take the checkered flag. Have a great night. Bye for now. Onagi wahi.